All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? The St. Louis Rams finished last in the NFC West, 6-10. The pros, the 17th ranked defense, and they're 14th in rush defense. They only allowed 110.3 yards per game on the ground. Brian Quick, I think he's a wide receiver, or tight end, maybe combo. They were the only few bright spots. The negatives, 28th offense overall. Jeff Fisher as a head coach, never been a fan of him to start with. I think he got lucky with Tennessee Titans, but hey, that's just me. And the quarterback situation is just, yeah. They shipped Sam Bradford from St. Louis Rams to the Philadelphia Eagles for Nick Foles and a couple draft picks. We'll see how that pans out. So, now, the San Francisco 49ers finished 8-8, third in the NFC West. Probably one of the most disappointing teams in the National Football League last season. Now, the plus side, their fifth best defense overall, fifth pass defense. They allow 220.7 yards per game through the air, 10th in points allowed. Jim Harbaugh, he's a strength and a weakness, and Anquan Bolden. In other words, the defense was the main positives. They were the bright spots of the last season, despite of the injuries, suspensions, you name it. Negative side, bad offensive line, third worst passing offense. They only average 191.4 yards per game through the air. Colin Kaepernick, he was second in the league in overthrown percentage. Cam Newton's first. Duh. Is it just me, or is it when you see Russell Wilson from the Seahawks take off, he don't hesitate? This is last season. Colin Kaepernick for the San Francisco 49ers. You see the pockets clean. You see, the offensive line will open holes for him. You see the running lanes, you would think, okay, he's going to take off. Instead, he hesitate. And if you're a 49ers fan, you're like, huh? It's right there. Pick up a few yards. Do something. So, and plus they were trying to make him into a pocket passer, and it just, I don't know. They got away from who they were. So, and Jim Harbaugh, the whole saga, him and the front office, ownership, it dragged the team down for the most part. So that's why he left San Francisco 49ers to go coach for the University of Michigan Wolverines as alma mater. And now the 49ers got a new head coach. Man, I don't know how it's going to work out with the San Francisco 49ers, man. I really don't know. They got a lot of changes, especially on the defensive side of the football. Retirements, free agencies. We'll see. The Arizona Cardinals finished 11-5, second in NFC West, and lost in the first round of the playoffs to yours truly, Carolina Panthers. The plus side, the rush defense, they were ranked 13th, and they only allow 108.7 yards per game on the ground. Passing offense, which is a little surprising, 14th, average 238 yards per game through the air. Negative side, below average defense, 24th overall. Bad offensive line play, trash offense, rushing offense. They were second worst in the league, only average 81.8 yards per game on the ground. Quarterback issues. I mean, ever since Carson Palmer went down last season, it was painful to watch if you're an Arizona Cardinals fan. So, and the critics acting like, oh, they're a great team, the Arizona Cardinals. Oh my goodness, I'm like, the stats tells you a different story. They weren't great. They just got lucky. Just saying. Seattle Seahawks finished 12-4, NFC West champs. NFC champs and Super Bowl runner-up. The plus side, Legion of Boom defense, number 1 overall. What was it? Best rushing offense in the league. Average 172.6 yards per game on the ground. Special teams. Russell Wilson. An underrated quarterback. That's just the way I see it. Pete Carroll. Don't worry, I'll get to him momentarily. The negative side, the defense's kryptonite was the opposing tight ends. It was. Bad passing offense, 27th in the league, averaged 203.1 yards per game through the air, and Pete Carroll's play calling in Super Bowl 49. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is the greatest play call ever. You should never judge that man. He did great. Blah, blah, blah. That was a good call. Really? You at the 1 yard line, you couldn't get one measly yard, score a touchdown from a running play? You throw the ball? Really, Pete Carroll? Really? That is the worst play call in the history of Super Bowl. I'm sorry. Anybody disagrees with me, that's fine. But you're crazy to think that was a good play. That was a good call. But I also, you got to put some of the blame on the wide receiver and Russell Wilson for throwing that ball. Just want to get that off my chest. Now, NFC West predictions for 2015 season. Seahawks 12-4, 49ers 9-7, Cardinals 8-8, Rams 4-12. All right, the NFC North was happening. The Chicago Bears finished 5-11 and last in the NFC North. The good side, the plus side is they have a good wide receivers, tight ends, underrated running back in Matt Forte. Average passing offense was 15th in the league, which is shocking. Yay. So, now the negative side, third worst defense, questionable coaching, Jay Cutler. I wish people would stop playing the potential card. I really want to strangle people when they do that crap. Bad offensive line, injuries. It was just a one huge mess with the Chicago Bears. The Minnesota Vikings finished 7-9, third in the NFC North Division. Plus side, young team, good pieces on both sides of the football. 14th in defense overall, 7th in pass defense, averaged 223.2 yards per game through the air. And they did really good without Adrian Peterson most of the year, which I'm going to get to. The negative side, Adrian Peterson got himself suspended because of the whole child abuse thing. Boy. What else? 28th in passing offense. They got to get better in that department. So now the Detroit Lions 11-5, second in the NFC North, and lost in the first round in the playoffs against the Dallas Cowboys. Man, I had them winning that division. I was so close. Sorry. The plus side, they were 12th in passing offense. The wide receiver position looked, oh my goodness, they're a monster. Even though that Calvin Johnson was limited due to injuries. Jim Caldwell as a head coach, I don't know why people don't like this dude. I mean, he's an upgrade over Jim Schwartz. So, second best defense overall, best rushing defense in the National Football League, only allowed 69.3 yards per game on the ground. The negative side, 28th in rushing offense. They really need to get things going in the running game. And then again, it's been pretty bad since Matthew Stafford been drafted by that franchise. The secondary is still a huge question mark. It's still a big negative, if you ask me. Jim Caldwell and the coaching staff's questionable play calling in the second half of the playoff game last season against the Dallas Cowboys. You were beating up on the Dallas Cowboys in the first half. Second half, you took your foot off the gas. Are you joking? Sheesh. The Green Bay Packers, 12-4, NFC North champs, and lost in the NFC title game last season. Plus side, 6th in offense overall. Aaron Rodgers, fast-paced offense, good running game, of course. 15th ranked defense. I'm going to get to the negatives right now. Night and day defense. They can be really good at times, and they can be really bad. And that Monday Night Football game at home in Lambeau Field against the Atlanta Falcons was a perfect example. 23rd in rush defense. They allow 119.9 yards per game on the ground. And the coaching staff, including Mike McCarthy, questionable play calling. I mean, you had the Seattle Seahawks dead to rights. You were shutting them out. And you just stopped. You just took your foot off the gas. You didn't crush your opponent. Let them off the hook. So, sorry for making this video longer than it should. Now, the NFC North predictions for 2015. The Packers 11-5. The Lions 10-6. Bears 7-9. And the Vikings 6-10. Get ready for the NFC East and South. Oh, it's going to be delicious.